Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved, the early access Windows version of the popular cell phone game Plague Inc. Last time we won on the first try with the frozen virus, and so today we are going to play as the Prion on Brutal and see if we can pull that off. I hope we can. I'm not super confident though. But before we do any of that, let me ask everybody to turn off any ad blockers and help me make a career by subscribing to my channel. Let's see. Last time we did Gut Busters, and so now we're moving from the gut up to we're in the chests. I think we should do chest bursters. I definitely wanted to do chest bursters. So it's a shame that gut busters and chest bursters are gonna be so close to each other, but whatever. So chest bursters like the aliens from the movie Alien and sequels. Let's go ahead and start in our favorite little Southeast Asia place. Chest bursters begin in Southeast Asia. Now, the movie Alien is a fictional movie with a creature that is pretty much designed from scratch to be as deadly and lethal to humans as you could consider. So I wouldn't really believe for a second that we would, as humans, if aliens actually did show up, we would have a good chance of surviving at all. If such a creature could somehow biologically create a acidic drool that could eat through like 3 levels of a futuristic ship, 3 levels of some kind of futuristic metal, then yeah, that's so deadly, that's so crazy, that I doubt we could do anything to save them. Fortunately, if a biology person were to, and I'm sure somebody has, go and look at how the alien appears, it's highly unlikely, at least, that any creature could ever be evolved or created to do the things that an alien seems to have the ability to do. So don't have to be too worried about it. They're highly one thing in general is that it is pretty unusual for something that is parasitic and requires, or at least can have their young grown through some kind of parasitism, is as big as an alien. Usually parasites are much smaller than the host, almost always. It would be easy to misclassify the smaller host as the parasite if it was bigger or smaller, just because it was smaller. So, and while it is definitely feasible that the creatures could run around very fast and crawl on ceilings and have a very sharp claws and striking force and have a tail, all those things individually are true, that would be a very, very heavy creature. It would be slow like bears, not super fast to like more of a insect. And then the xenomorphs, the aliens, are definitely showing symptoms that they have like a exoskeleton, which would not work in a oxygen-rich environment, similar to Earth's at least. It would have to be a much more oxygen-rich environment. That is the reason why insects cannot actually get much bigger than they do now, is that there's just not enough oxygen in the atmosphere for them to grow any bigger. There used to be giant insects when in the days of dinosaurs and such, because the atmosphere had a lot more oxygen. Now it doesn't. But don't worry, we've still got plenty for us. It's not of the greatest quality because we keep polluting it, but we're not gonna run out of it unless we just manage to kill all the trees and plants and things like that, which is a possibility. If they had made the xenomorphs small, like the size of a dog, with all the same abilities, it would actually, I could feasibly see something like a xenomorph like that. The exoskeleton still doesn't really seem like it would work, and the acid drool is ridiculous because it's just, there are reptiles and things that have toxic and even acidic drool, but it is not of such an extreme pH that it could burn through things like crazy. It's gonna be more a pH level where after a few hours it might dissolve a little bit of flesh, soft flesh. After a few days it might dissolve most of like muscle, and then after a few weeks it might dissolve everything into a goo like substance, but it's not going to just instantly, in the matter of seconds, eat through everything. That wouldn't even be evolutionary advantageous. If the aliens were eating something, which, by the way, they don't really show that they eat anything. At no point is their food source determined. They're not eating the humans. It seems like their little extendable second mouth is designed to chew on small bits of flesh, which then the claws would be definitely necessary just to slice up all animals and such. But if they are eating something, then that acidic drool would immediately dissolve it down to baser components and probably make it hard to digest, but maybe not. Maybe the drool gets it right to what their stomach, if they even have stomachs, theoretically needs. Remember, humans have acid in their stomach too, so it's not unrealistic to think that some species dissolves what it's eating straight from the first bite, and then maybe just has a intestine system really without any actual point where food stays for a while. That is definitely feasible. But another extreme on the other end is owls have the ability to eat small rodents whole, and then they hold the rodents in their gullet and use internal muscles to rip apart the whole creature before it moves further down its digestive tract. And what it causes is owl hairballs, basically, owl pellets, in which the bones and the fur and the things that it cannot eat are then coughed back up, which is definitely a unique way to eat something. Let's see. It's time to start saving our DNA. I believe. Let this spread the infection. I don't think I've been identified or found out, so all should be good. Let's go ahead and bring this out, though. I want to ensure Greenland is infected. That's pretty much the only one that I need to be worried about. There we go. That may have been a waste of DNA, but better safe than sorry. Now if I can just save up my DNA to the point where I can get to total organ failure, that's the next issue. Next issue is, can I get enough DNA to start killing people? Well, necrosis is down this path. Let's go for necrosis, why not? What countries are not infected? Just Sweden. Like I've been saying lately, I'm starting to think more highly of necrosis. I'm not getting enough DNA to get from necrosis to total organ failure. If I go from here to here to here to here, I wonder how much it would cost. Instead of going the usual route to make the cure harder, why not? Try to make it more lethal. I guess that goes to show that they really did think out their placement of the default symptoms. Yeah, come on. Just ever so slowly spreading. Sweden is infected, so all the countries are infected. Now we just need that last 7% of people. See, this game doesn't really account for just like a global depression. If it came about that it was announced or rumored that 50% of the population was infected with a disease, I'm fairly certain that that would significantly change the behaviors and depress a lot of people, and even 50% infection might be enough to get the world so depressed and so dysfunctional that it doesn't really matter about the other 50% because they'll stop working for the cure. So right now 95% of the world is either dead or infected. If those numbers came out and were announced, I think that's more than enough for everybody just to give up on life. Sure, there would be people who didn't, but it'd be really, really hard. Chest Bursters Awareness Day. Talking about that scene, now they're starting to work on a cure, darn it. It's much more likely a creature would crawl up the esophagus than bother to burst through the chest. Particularly bursting through a chest is a very difficult thing to accomplish because the sternum and the rib cage is right there. You have something that has been genetically evolved to stop things from getting through to the heart and the lungs and vital organs like that. and pushing your way out would be just as difficult. So, yeah, I would definitely feel that, let's see, I could get some refunds. Just don't know what I would want to refund until we get these last few people infected. The cure is coming too fast and too furious. There are no healthy people left. Good. Let's start this. Give me a refund for that. Give me some refunds for that. Give me a refund for that. Give me a refund for that. That won't. Give me a refund. I don't have enough for that. So I could get 4 and then 3. I could do 7, but that would not help. That's not gonna help. So maybe if I get some refunds, a couple DNA, I guess I could do that. Let's take this back and take this back. That gives me 10. And we'll take this for seizures. So we're down the path where we can increase the lethality. What's the 198 days until the cure is found. Paranoia in Turkey. Come on people, die faster. Nausea mutated, that's fine. It's not the one I wanted to mutate though. Seems like people are starting to die faster. Let's see, 24 for this. That's what we're going for. I don't think we're gonna make it. iCure device announced, that's no good. 50 shot. Cure is gonna be in 106 days. People are dying. But is it fast enough? They're at 85%. How much would this be? 25 for genetic reshuffle. Can I get 25? Come on. Come on. The iCure device for chest bursters. This might work. This is gonna be close. And 95% complete. iCure is a failure. 95% complete. Come on. Come on, I need 2 more DNA. Let's do this. Alright. So, we can refund ourselves this. That doesn't matter. Yes. That gets us the 25. That gets us the genetic reshuffle. Gets us down to 93%. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Canada's in anarchy. How far is the 47 days till the cure? But I'm not seeing the plane fly anymore. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. I don't know. 97% to the cure. 98% to the cure. What can we do? What can we do? this gets us no DNA. We have 2 DNA. 2, 3, 4. So I could get to 6 DNA right now. 6 DNA is not going to do anything. 99% to the cure. Come on. This is so close and we're going to lose. We're going to lose. The cure is complete. And because of that, we can't do it. I can get to 7. So close. Darn it. Where'd we go wrong? The chest bursters have been eradicated. Where did we go wrong? We made like one mistake somewhere. Somewhere we made a mistake. I don't know where it was. Maybe we should have waited just a little bit longer to start having symptoms. Maybe if it wasn't discovered so early, then yeah, if it had just been a few seconds more, a few more days in game time, we wouldn't have they wouldn't have made it to 100 before I killed them all. So close. So close. Anyways, that was 1,493 days, and they got to the cure for Prion on Brutal. That's 58 points. What a shame. Well, next time we will try the Nepath virus, and then the time after that, we will be playing the Necrovirus on casual, because we just gotta get those victories up. We still have 3 victories we need to do to unlock these abilities, and then I'll try it on Brutal. Remember, we're trying to get every single one of these done on Brutal. We haven't been making great progress to it, but we did get the first 3 on Brutal at least, and we almost got Prion on Brutal. So we're working our way down the list. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Any amount you donate will be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow me on Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net or Twitter, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.